most amazing artists, and welcome back to art class. Today we are going to use all of those lines that you learned about, along with our friend Larry, who we learned that poem for, to create a portrait of a person with really crazy hair. It's going to look a little something like this. We're going to use all of those lines. You're going to draw step by step with me. I'll show you how to draw the person with the eyes and the nose and the ears. And then we are going to use all of those lines that we learned about to create this crazy, colorful hairdo. So you will need a piece of paper, a pencil to draw with, and something to color with. Let's get started. To start drawing our crazy haired person, we're going to start with the head. Now we want most of the focus in this project to be on all of the lines that we use to make the crazy hair. So we don't want the face to be too big, just big enough that we can see both of the eyes and maybe a little bit of the nose. You can see I have my paper here. I'm holding my paper vertically, so nice and tall. If we go sideways horizontally, it's going to be too short and you're not going to have enough room for the hair. So hold your paper vertically. And again, I'm using a Sharpie. I want you to do this with a pencil, and when you're all done, you can outline it with a black marker or a black Sharpie to make it look more complete. I'm going to draw a rainbow line at the bottom of my paper. I'm not going to start at the corner though. I'm going to start a little bit in because I also kind of want to squeeze the ears in there a little bit. So I'm going to start at the bottom in a little bit, and I'm just going to come up and down at about the same spots. I can also add the tops of my ears because our hair is going to be crazy, so we're going to be able to see the ears. We're also going to add the eyes and a little bit of a nose. So add a little cartoon nose there, and we're going to make two eyes. Here's the iris. That's the colored part of your eye, that's the iris. And here's the pupil. I'm just going to color the pupil in with my black marker. You can do that later with your crayon, or if you're also using markers, you can do that as well. Maybe some eyebrows, eyelashes if you want. And there's the head for my person. Now I'm going to start adding in my hair. And for this, I'm actually going to go right to using my crayons because I don't want all of my hair to be just in black marker. I want to make it nice and colorful. So I'm just going to pull out all of my crayons and just start pulling random colors to make different kinds of lines. So different kinds of lines that you can use for your hair. You might have some lines that are just totally straight. Maybe you might have some hair that's a zigzag. Now remember, zigzags are sharp and pointy. And I'm going to make sure my hair goes all the way up to the very tippy top of my page. So I've got a zigzag. Let's pick a different color. How about a wavy line? Remember, wavy lines are kind of like zigzag lines, but they're not sharp and pointy. They're round like an ocean wave. Wavy lines. I could have, let's see, I'm going to use an orange. I'm going to do a curly line. Now, curly lines can be a little tricky. You might want to practice this one on a piece of scrap paper before you do it on your project, because the trick is that you're making a loop, but instead of just making the loop all in one spot, the loop has to keep moving, and that's how you make your curly line. So if I start at the bottom here and I start making my loops, but I keep moving, I can make my curly lines. Maybe you also have different kinds of lines you want to try. If you want to try a little bit of a challenge, you could try a castle line. I know I had that on my sheet from the other video. And it's kind of like you're drawing little boxes. Like that. So that's a castle line. And then you could also throw in some of those other lines that we learned about, like a dashed line or a broken line. You could do, maybe part of your hair looks really silly because it's a dotted line. All right. And once you've filled in all of those lines, you can go back to your crayon and start adding in, other lines in different colors. And here we have our crazy hair line portrait. Make sure that you color everything in. Since we're making our hair so colorful and crazy, you don't have to worry about coloring the background behind your hair. But do make sure that you color in your face and give yourself an eye color and color in the best you can inside the lines. Now, since I drew in a black Sharpie, my project is already outlined, but as I said in the instructions, once you're done coloring, you could take a black crayon and you can outline your drawing of your face to make it look more complete and a lot neater. It always helps to make your artwork look nice when you add a nice outline. All right, have fun, and I can't wait to see your beautiful artwork. See ya.